believe this, and I am so proud of myself. I just had to run an errand and I saw a bunch of baby chicks and I totally resisted. I didn't buy a single one. Can you believe it? Cornbread said, well, you just poked a hole in their marketing. I may need to contact the head of their marketing department. I said, what in the world do you mean? She said, well, I think if I was the head of department, you wouldn't have been able to resist. And you just cost them an average of $500 to $1,000 this year. What? How do you know so much, Cornbread? Well, think about it. If you buy 5 little tiny cute but inexpensive chicks, the average person may spend $500 to $1,000 on supplies and setup, especially if they need a brooder, heat mats, more coops, runs, shelters, feeders, food, scratch, grit, corn. One little tiny adorable chick can really add up. I may email them some ideas I have. It seems they're neglecting 2 marketing strategies. They need to try either pulling heartstrings or the practicality of having chickens. And honestly, some people will buy based on both. Well, Cornbread, I'm kind of scared to ask, but what do you mean? Okay, for heartstrings, focus on things like little peeping sounds, tiny floof balls. They have the cutest run ever. They're always happy. They can fit in your hand and they love to cuddle and kids love them. Hey, if you're single, you'll always be loved. They run to you every time you walk out the door, making your whole life worth living. And they don't care if you look like a pilgrim, a princess, a floozy, or doozy. They love you whether your personality is hilarious and exciting or as dull as watching paint dry with one eye closed. And who doesn't want all of that for an easy $3 to $5? Okay, I can kind of see that. Now, practicality is the big dog we pull out for those that have a stern brow when they walk in and they don't look at chicks with googly eyes. The salesman can start right in with the usefulness of chickens and divert them from thinking about the hassles of having to take care of those tiny little precious things. You know, things like chickens prepare your yard for the garden by digging up all your weeds. We can fertilize your future garden site if you let us have access to it for a bit. We have built-in pest extermination abilities, and we come with a lifetime guarantee and maintenance program. And let's not forget the creme de la coupe, that we can make you eggs for breakfast on the daily. They need a sales team to really magnify all these characteristics when innocent people like yourself walk in. Let me do the chicken math real quick in my head. I think this would increase their ROI on these chicks by about 227%. Every spring and summer. Yeah, I think I'm going to give him a call and see if I can give him some pointers. Whew. Okay, so to the viewers out there, you can now see how easy it was for Cornbread to talk those other girls into living in this enclosure rather than free-ranging. I was just proud that I came home empty-handed. I think I'm going to have to clock out for a bit. Sometimes the logic and skills of one hen can drain the brain of another hen. Sometimes it's best to withhold your expertise. I'm going to need a cup of coffee to recoup from that one, and honestly, I'd wish I'd had it with me when she started class. My goodness, Cornbread. I wonder what all these other girls were thinking about that lesson they just got.